trust yourself, do things your way. That was a big learning for me. As you already know, I got a breast cancer diagnosis in July of 2025. So the last 6 months of that year were really taken up with me going through that experience and coming out the other side of it. Once my lumpectomy operation had taken place in October of that year, the medical team advised me of a follow-up treatment pathway, a pathway that to me made no logical sense whatsoever. They wanted me to have a monthly injection of something called Herceptin. Herceptin's job would be to find any free-floating cancer cells and zap them into oblivion. Fair enough. That sounded like a good idea. But my breast cancer care nurse told me that Herceptin is not licensed to be administered by itself, so I would need chemotherapy alongside those injections. But I didn't need chemo. Because I was going to have chemo, I would need a few rounds of bone strengthening injections and steroids to counteract the negative effects of the chemo that I didn't actually need. Then once 12 months of injections and chemo were complete, I would have a few treatments of radiotherapy just to dot the I's and cross the T's, to quote my oncologist. I told the medical team that I would need to think about all of that. I live a very holistic and complementary lifestyle. I don't take medication unless I absolutely have to. I don't use paracetamol for a headache. I use hypnotherapy. I don't use ibuprofen for body aches and pains. I use Epsom salt baths, rest, and meditation. I don't use HRT for the menopause. I use herbal medicine. So to suggest that I dive headfirst into a shit ton of medical interventions just isn't me. To suggest that I fill my body with what is essentially poison in an attempt to strengthen my immune system and prevent a recurrence made literally no logical sense to me. I went away and I did my own research. I fell into what felt aligned and right for me personally. And I went back to my oncologist and declined their recommended pathway. I put my full trust in what I believe in, and I created my own treatment pathway, one that I'm still using and adding to almost 6 months later. So today, I'm going to invite you to put your trust in yourself with regards to whatever situation you might be facing in your life. What feels true and aligned for you? Today, can you do things your way? Go. Enjoy.